Hey, good afternoon. Um, uh, and welcome to the live stream. This will not be a long live stream. Um, but yeah. Uh, this live stream today is about the effects of being a Pickmeisha, and the the effects of being a Pickmeisha is, I would say, quite frankly, is is dangerous because the side effects of being a Pickmeisha, we're already seeing that right now. We seeing we're seeing women defending men who who have bad behaviors. We're already seeing that. We already seeing that happening. And the thing of it is, for the women who are defending the men who, who cheat and does all that stuff, that that shows that she is far too gone. And like in the video that I posted, I think a couple of days ago, nothing is more worse than being a friend of a pick me, because then that friend that you have will start to spread the it would she will start to spread that Pickmeisha stuff onto you. And when you see your partner do bad things and all of a sudden you let him get away with it, then 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 when you come to that realization that you have been duped into being a pick Misha, it will already be too late. But it's not too late to get out of that pick Misha stuff. It's not too late to get out. Now, I have videos that will explain the effects of being a pick Misha, and I'm gonna let one of them go ahead, and I'm gonna play one of the videos right now. Um, and as always, like, comment, share the live stream, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you're notified whenever I go live. And without further ado, the first video. With a lot of woe is me, mini mode mentalities. A lot of the pick me girls never can take responsibility for their lives. And I say that because we've all been a pick me at some point or another. We have all had power to do something better in our lives, but we let somebody else have it. We put the responsibility outside of ourselves. Pick me is that it comes with a lot of self victimhood, and it comes with a lot of woe is me, mini mode mentalities. A lot of the pick me girls never can take responsibility for their lives. And I say that because we've all been a pick me at some point or another. We have all had power to do something better in our lives, but we let somebody else have it. We put the responsibility outside of ourselves. Pick me is that it comes with a lot. And I agree with the woman in the video that said that. Yeah, I agree with her. Um but yeah, that is one of the process. What Well, that is one of the effects of being a pick me. That is one of them. The next one, now the next video is about the next one is about Bill. Well, the next video is going to be about the same thing. Oh,
And right now, I'm going to play that video as well because what I've seen, what the Diddy case shows me, and and then you have women up here saying free Tory Lanez, and now you even have them going after Halle Bailey. Th- this pick me stuff has gotten out of control. Cause now, I mean, it's bad enough that you have men online defending those three men, but then you have the BLK women who are Pickmeishas doing the same thing. And I want to go ahead and play this video for you guys. All right, here we go.
This is on, so y'all know I'm about to be serious with what I'm going to say. And these ain't no regular glasses. These are prescription blue light glasses. So listen up. See me pulling on my ear? Very Nigerian. Listen. Work on developing your emotional intelligence. So not only are you no longer triggered by the things people do and say on this app, but so you start to understand when people are doing and saying things to bait you into a reaction for likes, clicks, views, shares, followers, etc. When you build your emotional intelligence muscle, you start to understand and especially become very clear, especially when people share these inflammatory opinions, what they're actually doing is sharing their own projections. Clark posted a video talking about what she would accept in a partner as far as socioeconomic status and how she wasn't ready to date down, which also started another conversation and great conversations I've been seeing about women who are not going to or not willing to date men who do not have the same degrees that they do or have not reached the same level of education. Seemingly in response to that video, a creator got on this app talking about how being single by choice is a lie. You are single because you don't have any options, and getting a degree is not the same as having a man. So don't waste your 20s and your 30s chasing all these degrees and stuff instead of dating, because you're not going to have as many options in your 40s and 50s as you would as in your 20s and 30s. That right there is a projection. And I'm really...
And now I know this is, a different video, but I want to go ahead and say this too. That also explains the missing not only black women and girls, but white women and girls and et cetera, et cetera. These pygmies set up young black women and girls and girls of other races to want to end up get to the point where they go missing and you hear nothing from the pygmies. You hear nothing from them. That's the issue. Think about the pygmies that are giving this advice right now. They're up there supporting Diddy. They're up there supporting Tory Lanez and DDG. The Pickmeishas are not your friend. And even when the families of the missing girls and women come out and say they want answers, the Pickmeishas will make every excuse. I've seen this from every race. Every race, there is a Pickmeisha who will make excuses for a man's behavior. And this is why I say it's only a matter of time before you see the family members who are trying to fight the person who was responsible for what happened to their family member comes out of the courtroom and becomes a real life thing. Then the Pickmeishas will be making excuses again because that's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to do. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let the video keep playing.
Really glad and I'm really heartened to see the discourse around it is not trying to prove her wrong. The discourse is understanding that what she is saying is a projection. And not only was her video and her subsequent follow-up videos rife with projection, it was very fear-based. On top of it being fear-based, it's that tried and true, what we always see on this app when it comes to women's datings and their choices, trying to shame women for the things they say they want and what they don't want, especially when it comes to Black women. For so long, girls and women have been socialized to believe that our worth and our value rests within our proximity to and our relationship with men, specifically marriage. And that could not be any further from the truth. And we have come to this collective awakening and realization that isn't the case. Some women, however, wholeheartedly still believe this. And it can be very threatening when people are living a life around you that is so contrary to what you have been led to believe and have accepted to believe. And when you don't develop the emotional intelligence necessary to work through those feelings of conflict, to work through that fear, it is very easy to project it onto others. As you're projecting this fear onto others, you're also trying to justify your choices because you can't understand that somebody dared to make a choice that was different from yours. And it's especially frustrating when that person is happy in a way you may not be experiencing. You were told the only way to achieve happiness was to do those things, and you see somebody else doing everything you did completely different, and they're just as, if not happier than you are. This is what some may refer to as the pick-me plight, or maybe that is what I refer to it as.
Yeah, that video was, was, about building emotional intelligence and the pick me point. But yeah, um, but yeah, as I understood what the video was saying, what the woman in the video was saying, think about it. The woman who is a pick me is trying to instill fear into women. Just to, please other men and everything. The men, but what she is doing is pleasing the men who are narcissists. That's what she's doing. But yeah, back to the subject at hand. I'm gonna show another video that talks about the the topic at hand. So here's another woman saying the same thing as well. Go ahead. And here we go.
Yeah, so I've been in Pickmeisha for a very long time, longer than probably since I've been liking boys, y'all. I've been wanting a boy's attention forever. And now that I'm older, I'm realizing I'm waking up and like I don't want to be Pickmeisha anymore. Like, I am in the process of decentering men, and I love that for me because I'm just over y'all, like y'all male species, to keep it all the way real. I feel like me being Pickmeisha has gotten me nowhere besides having a whole bunch of kids and being in a relationship, if you want to call that, with a man that I'm trying to decenter. You know how hard it is to want to decenter men when you live with a man? Yeah. And you're a stay at home mom? Yeah. It's very frustrating. But I know my time will come where it'll just be all about me. Um, like, I used to judge women and be like, oh, why she ain't got no man? Where her men at? You know, stuff like that. And like, now I see why you got no man. A lot of us choose to be single, and I see why. Like, I see why. I get it.
But yeah, and even she says that even though she's a recovering pick Misha, she when she said that being a pick Misha was her downfall. The effects of being a pick Misha is judging other women who, aren't in who aren't miserable as a pick Misha is. Judging other women who don't have to put up with abuse or anything like that. Now, there is another video that also explains the effects that, the effects of being a pick Misha as well. And here we go. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay.
These are adult children who felt that they had to chase their parents' love and respect and affections, that they'd never be good enough. And one of the biggest signs of trauma in adult is when the adult chases after the love and affection of a person that can't ever and will not ever love them. As a recovering Pickmeisha in therapy who spent over 40 years of their life chasing male validation, believing my personal happiness in life depended on male companionship, validation, and affection, the things I've been learning in therapy are blowing my mind. One of the things I learned too is that one of the most dangerous things to women are female and male pick-me's, because they're people that have access to women's spaces and are in our proximity. These are the things I'm learning right now. This is why I feel like one of the toughest parts of being a creator is having to niche down. As much as I would love to brag about this custom blend that I did on this tape-in hair extension install today, because that's a part of me too, there's so many other things that are parts of me that I want to share with you, and it makes it very difficult, even if that means my watch time, which is the most important metric on this app, because not all of you love every part of me. And yes, I can ramble. And that's one of the other really hard parts of being a creator is, like I said, over half of our country reads and comprehends below a sixth grade level. So you have to kind of tone everything down into very digestible things. And my mind doesn't work that way unless I'm showing you a pair of jeans. So even if therapy talk is not why you follow me, I'm still going to keep sharing these things because a lot of us can't afford therapy or find a good therapist, or we don't even realize the things that are happening to us. I know I didn't. So I will continue to share. I'm happy it's helping you guys. Do you know how pickies are born?
And she is 100% right, because if you listen to the video, she explains how pick-me's are born. Yeah, but the effects of being a pick-meisha is always wanting male validation. That is that is that is a part of the effects of being a pick-meisha, and it says pick-me's are dangerous for many reasons. One is that they see your partner as a personal challenge chasing love they shouldn't have. how many stories are out there of women competing for a man, and at the end it costs someone their life? Because I've seen stories like that, like what I just described. I've seen I've seen countless stories of it. I've seen stories where a woman is in a relationship and the man is a narcissist, but the man who is a narcissist wants to have a threesome with the woman's friend. And all of a sudden, when the friend says no, one or three things will happen. One, the man would take it by force. Two, the man will kidnap the woman's friend, and the woman joins into kidnapping her friend just so she can please her narcissistic boyfriend. Or three, it ends up in the woman's friend losing her life, and in return the woman is being put in jail because she was too busy being a pick me. And she may never get out until she serves a certain amount of time, while her boy while her boyfriend is in prison for life. Her life is ruined too. And the people who know the story isn't going to be it don't want to be around her, because the people who know her have daughters that they want to protect, and that certain woman who kidnapped her friend for her narcissistic boyfriend, and she and her friend loses her life, and all of a sudden, you know yeah, people will have a different opinion, because, and here's the thing. If you have a friend who is a pick me, who are suffering the effects of being a pick me, it's time it's time to get far away from her as possible, because at the end of the day you may lose your life because of your pick me friend. But yeah, but yeah, I'm a I'm gonna go ahead and play another video.
All right, ladies, you win. I had some reposado and I just had a massage. So let's say I play the game and I take the bait. I'll take the bait. I am Pickmeisha. And let me tell you what I am tired of as a Pickmeisha, right? As Pickmeisha, I am tired of women calling me a harlot and boy crazy my whole life until almost 4 decades in. Now that I'm almost 40 years old, I don't hear boy crazy no more. Just the harlot word, right? It's crazy. Being a Pickmeisha is so hard. It is so hard being a Pickmeisha that's boy crazy and child free. Child free and boy crazy? Meanwhile, you are your third divorce and second or third co-parent. Speak for yourself. Being a Pickmeisha, I am so tired of being a Pickmeisha.
And again, uh, another effect of being a pick Misha is, you know, the moment you start doing it, and you know, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, you have women who are pick Mishas, coming after you and everything. The effect of it is that when a woman starts doing that, it does get tiresome. It really does. It really does. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys another video. And it says story time, having a pick me as a friend.
I feel like everybody talk about women being mishas, like, pick me girls as far as relationship, but nobody ever talks about pick mishas as friends. Listen, there is literally nothing worse than having a pick me friend. Like a friend, whatever men say, they're just ready to jump at it. It's like, I'm not sure if it's a pick me thing or if it's a desperate thing. But anyways, let me tell you guys a story about a friend I once had. I was once friend with this girl, and I remember at first when she and I was becoming friends, my ex at the time was telling me, "No, you can't be friends with that girl. She has a reputation. Everybody's saying she's a hoe, da da da." And me, one thing about me, I don't really care what's being said about someone, because I'm like, okay, as long as I know that's not who I am, as long as they're a good person, I know. Because let's be honest, somebody could be a hoe, but they're like the best friend you can have as far as like a human being, like friendship wise. So why should her sleeping around have anything to do with me? Because I never really cared about like what people think of me. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, I was like, okay, fine. I'll still be friends with her because she was a really cool person. She was very, kind hearted. She was a good person until she started dating this guy. Oh my gosh, she started dating this guy, and I don't know if that matters, but she was a Cancer, and then she started dating a Cancer. I wasn't too much into astrology at that point, so I didn't really know what was going on. But afterwards, that's when I put it together. I was like, oh, this whole thing makes a lot more sense now. But anyways, let's get to the story. So we were friends, and then all of a sudden she started dating this guy who was so obsessed with him. Like, well, I mean, with her, not in a healthy way. There's like healthy obsession, but in a way, like if she goes out, he's freaking out, like asking her, "What are you doing? What are you up to? Who are you with?" Like, and if she says she's with me or my, or because we had mutual friends, we had friends in common, he would want to see what she's up to. So, anyways, one time he was talking to me. I remember we were at the store, and then my friend went to a different aisle to look for something, and then I was left with him with the cart. And then he started asking me things like, "Oh, a lot of people are telling me that she's a hoe, and like her body count is very high, and I'm not sure if that's somebody I really want to date because that's a bad reputation. I don't want nobody pointing finger at me, blah blah blah." And I was just like, "Okay, well, you are the one dating her. What does it matter what other people are saying? Obviously, these people who are talking shit about her to you are people who no longer have access to her. So you can't really take their words for it because they're not really reliable source. For all you know, they're speaking out of anger, out of jealousy, out of resentment, whatever the case may be. So I'm here to, having my friends back because if you're dating her, why do you care what people are saying? And why do people even have access to you to tell you things? And I feel like nobody would just come up to you and say, "Oh yeah, she's a hoe," unless you give these people access to you or you're looking for information. Because Information don't just come to you if you're not actually looking for it, seeking for it. First of all, how do these people even know you guys are dating? So many questions. Like, how do they know you guys are dating for them? Because they weren't even official at that time for people to be coming to him about anything. He wasn't posting her, she wasn't posting him. Like, unless you see them out in the street, that's the only way you would know they're together. But other than that, I'm like, it was just weird to me that he was saying people keep coming to him saying that she's a hoe, she has a high body count, blah blah blah. So, anyways, that happened, and I'm like, well, if you wanna be with her, I suggest you like block the outside noise and just focus on your relationship with her and not worry about what other people are saying. Because at the end of the day, this relationship is made up of the two of you guys. This was my advice to him, and and I also spoke to my friend. I was like, hey, he's basically saying people are telling him things. Like, I don't know who could be telling him things, but I feel like, you know, maybe he's a little bit insecure. Maybe it's time you have a conversation with him and like, give him some reassurance that, what the true story is. Because at the end of the day, if people are saying things about you, you have to take it with a grain of salt. He was saying that because when you called me at first, I thought something was wrong. Because usually he comes to me like for advice or whatever the case may be, like because he talks to me because he was like, oh, I feel like you're more mature than her, da da da, or whatever. And sometimes she would say that too. She would be like, okay, she will call me about certain things he's doing to come and date her. He was like, no, I'm just really upset, like going crazy. Every time I lose, she's a whore. She's a. And then but then another argument happened. Like something else happened because like they broke up, but then they got back together. And I hold on, let me finish this. They got back together, right? I think they got back together like two.
I apologize, everyone. I apologize, everyone. That that was that was a right waste of 10 minutes. And again, I apologize to everyone. But yeah, I think I found a video that will explain the effects of being a Pickmeisha. Yeah, there we go. About the types of women who will say things like, I don't need makeup, I'm naturally pretty. And it's never in a fashion, like the way they're saying it is never in a fashion of praising themselves or boosting themselves, but it's usually to shit on another woman. It's usually with the added statement of, I don't need makeup like these other women. I don't have to cake my face. I don't have to wear wigs. I don't have to do this. I prefer being natural. It's never about them. And it's always about comparing themselves to other women. And what I think this is truly rooted in is misogyny. Because if it was about you, you wouldn't have to call out the women that are doing the things to get themselves ahead in life. And whether you want to admit it or not, the way you present yourself to the world drastically changes the way you're perceived by society, by men who are choosing to pursue you. It could even change the quality of your life. We never want to acknowledge that with women, especially when it pertains to Black women. We never want to bring attention to the value of respecting the way that you look when you leave your home. But let it be a man going to the gym, focusing on himself, getting his money up, social climbing. There isn't an issue. All of a sudden, that's the man that you desire to be with. It's rooted in misogyny, and it's coming from women who can understand the type of life the women who are doing the work and putting in the effort are receiving. And they're upset because they're not willing to do the same. I just thought about the types of women who will say things like, I don't need makeup. But yeah, the live stream is almost finished. I'm just putting, yeah, but yeah, the live stream is almost finished. Yeah, I should have say put that other video of the woman talking about her friend, and I mean into I should have, at least made that video. But yeah, I apologize for wasting for that for the other video. Ah, you know, but yeah, in this video right here, the video we just saw, um, the video is called "Pick Me Equals Women That Weaponize Misogyny Towards Other Women in Hopes of Validation from Men." And that is a side effect of being a pick Misha. That's another side effect of it. And I'm gonna show y'all two more videos. Well, three more, and they'll be all for the live stream for today. Now, this one is called 12 Signs You Are Acting Like a Pick Me Shirt. This is part one. Um, and once again, I'm going to let her speak. So here we go. All right. 12 signs that you're acting like a Pickmeisha, part one. One sign is that you post him all the time on your social media. You guys on dates going everywhere, and he barely posts you. Girl, if he's not doing anything reciprocal, take a step back. Because at the end of the day, you can't control anybody. If he wants to post you, he'll post you. So if it's not reciprocal and you feel like you're just posting him just to show how much you love him, girl, it's a sign that you're acting like a Pickmeisha. 12 signs. And she is also right on that as well. Um, and because if you post him on your social media, but he doesn't reciprocate that, that does mean that you are acting like a pick Misha. That is another effect of being a pick Misha. And we have another, and now we have another video about this. Um, and in this video, she's going to explain, the pick Misha stuff in her own way. So I'm gonna go ahead and let her speak about it, we'll and then we'll play one more video, and then you know we'll wrap up the live stream. Needs to hear this, but some of y'all pick Mishas need to get delivered on this fine Sunday. I never post in real time, but y'all about to get this story time today. I just had the flu last week, okay? I am no longer contagious. I'm no longer feeling bad, but I am looking rough. As you can see, I am the same complexion as Casper the Ghost. I just got my hair done because I needed my hair washed. And before I go to my nail appointment at 4 o'clock, I was like, let me go get something to eat because I need nourishment so I can continue to take my medication. I decided to go to Continental Midtown restaurant on 18th and Chestnut in Philly. It's a really great place for lunch. And I was like, let me go eat something real quick before I go get my nails done.
I was able to get a table for one. They sit me down. There's a like table of four next to me, and it's like in a booth, and I'm like at a little table. So it's a couple here and a couple here. The couple here that I can see, I'm facing them or whatever. It's like this. They're like probably my age, mid-30s. So the man in that couple is blatantly disrespectful. He is staring at me. I put my order in. I'm eating my food. I got a little calamari salad and a lobster mac and cheese. I am sitting there minding my business. Do you know this man staring at me at least 10 times? Now, mind you, I just had the flu, okay? I'm not dressed. I'm currently in a Nike Tech outfit right now. Like I said, my hair just got pressed. My nails are not done. My eyebrows are not done. And I'm giving Casper the Ghost realness. So he's sitting there staring at me. His woman looks over and starts getting upset. Understandable. Your man is being blatantly disrespectful. So much so, I was uncomfortable that I was just like, let me just eat my salad and get out of here because I'm from Philly and them type girls be getting upset about those type dusties in Philly. So I said, you know what? It's a Sunday. Let me eat and get out because I got a nail appointment anyways. I asked the waiter for the check. I said, sir, can I please have the check? They're also finishing up their meal. I look over, like I was looking at the waiter, and then like I glanced over. Do you know this girl? Do you know this woman put her whole life's work into rolling her eyes at me, y'all? Ma'am, let me gather you real quick. First and foremost, I find it really funny how women that are Pickmeishas that have dusty men as boyfriends and my man on all these social medias, but in real life, they be blatantly disrespectful. These types of females always get upset with the woman that's really the victim. I was sitting there eating a calamari salad. Your man is sitting there like this. Be mad at him. Why are you rolling your eyes at me? And when their check came, I knew for a fact, I already knew we wasn't the same, but I knew for a fact we were not the same. And you might say, Sydney, how aren't you the same? Well, this is what had happened. When I decided to pay for my meal, I took my Gold American Express and put it on the tab, and I paid and got 4 times the points for my lunch. When they paid for their meal, the 4 of them, that man asked her to go in her wallet and pull out cash so they can go Dutch. If you don't know what that means, split the check in front of their friends. In front of their friends. And you want to roll your eyes at me? We are not the same because if I was out in front of my friends, if I was out, period, with a male presence, I wouldn't even have to bring a purse if I didn't want to. They would never even expect me. Even if they lost their wallet in the Titanic under the ocean, they would go wash the dishes before they would ask me to pay. You had to go in your purse and pull out cash and put that on the tab. And you wanna roll your eyes at me for your man in my face? Are you dumb or are you crazy? So all of this to say, I chuckled. I politely gathered my leftovers. I gathered my Marc Jacobs, and I said, let me get on out of here because this is insane. But what I can do is give y'all unsolicited advice on this internet on this fine Sunday. If this sounds like y'all, if y'all are getting upset over these men in public that are blatantly disrespecting y'all, stop it. If that girl would have put her life's work into her standards and to what she deserves and her self-confidence and self-worth instead of putting her whole life's mission into rolling her eyes at me, she wouldn't like her man either. I surely don't. That's not even, I would never look 2 times at that man because I already know what type time he is. The reason why he stares at me because he knows he can't afford me. But you know what? It's nice to see a trophy every once in a while. He keeps her because he can afford her. She tolerates that. I would never tolerate that, and he knows it. So when he sees a girl like me, he's like, let me get a little peek of what life might have been if I would have upgraded myself and been a real man. But because y'all Pickmeishas tolerate this, okay, because y'all act the way y'all do, these scenarios go ahead, and I'm sick of it. So if y'all sound like this, if this hit any type of nerve on this Sunday, please deliver yourself because the High Caliber Women Association, we're not tolerating it in 2024. You got to get it together. We don't want your man, and we don't want you rolling eyes because one thing about me, I'm still from Philly, and I've never been the 1 or the 2. Okay? God bless y'all. Have an amazing day. Bye. I don't know.
Well, only thing I have to say is I agree with her. the Pickmeishas, because because here's the thing: the Pickmeishas always get mad at the other woman. Another effect of being a Pickmeisha is trying to please your man, and all of a sudden he looks at another woman. Then she gets mad at the other woman because her man is staring at. And you know what? I'm glad that she said what she said, because believe it or not, that's what's been going on. That's what's been going on. And the women who, are pick Misha, you know, at the end of the day, they will get mad at the other woman, uh, because of the number. And I think the number one thing about the effect of being a pick Misha is jealousy. But yeah, I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. But yeah, here's a post that someone made. I'm gonna show it to y'all. It says, let me scroll down here. I'm gonna read to you guys. It says, the psychology of pick me women. It says these female humans are problematic for women liberation from oppression and patriarchy. They are typically complacent and docile in matters concerning oppression of their own kind. Number one, probably religious. Number two, diminishing others and their own standards. Number three, values the benefits and status of the patriarchy. Number four, fear mongering is their weapon against diversity. That was number four. Number five, mostly refers to women but can be applied to men. Number six, seeks male validation. That is what in that is what was in that post right there. And you know, I'm gonna play this one last video, like I said, and then I'm gonna end it from there. Okay, this last one is, I fear we all know a pick Misha is like this. meaning the internalized misogyny and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video.
Shit, what's 9 times 7? 9 times 7 is 63. Brad, what's 9 times 7? Siri says it's 63. Okay, thank you. Ew, you didn't shave your armpits. Oh, I forgot. It's fine. No, armpit hair on girls is so unhygienic. It's disgusting. Boys have hairy armpits. Well, like, that's natural. It's natural on girls, too. No, when girls do it, it's disgusting. Brad, what does it mean if I have, like, a sore throat and, like, a headache? You just need to eat more protein. Ugh, really? Shit. You probably just have a cold.
She probably just have a cold. But like she's doing a skit of how a Pickmeisha acts. So this right here is a skit. She's pointing out the hypocrisy because in the video is titled "I fear we all know a Pickmeisha like this," and what the stuff that's in the video, she's exactly right. Pickmeishas do act like that. That is another effect of being a Pickmeisha.
Cold. I don't know. He sounds right. It's cold and flu season. I'm literally a nurse. So it doesn't mean you know everything. Brad and Rachel broke up. What? He cheated on her. He cheated on her? I know, poor Rachel. Well, like, what? Why did he do it? What'd she do? What do you mean? I mean, like, guys can't really keep it in their pants, so she's gonna break up with him for it? Well, yeah. Ugh, what a bitch. You know why she doesn't have a boyfriend? No, because she wears like so much makeup. Girl, and no guy is gonna want all that makeup on you. Shit, what's 9 times?
And here's the thing. She does, and now here's the thing. What you seen was a skit, but she was pointing out the, the Pickmeishas that do this. She was pointing it out. And the thing of it is that you have Pickmeisha. You have women who would, you know, go ahead and, side with the dude, but then when when his suggestions don't work, all of a sudden she realized that she came down with a cold. You can't cure a cold with protein. I don't know. I don't know who told men that, but you cannot cure a cold with protein. If that was true, people who had the flu, the common cold, they would have been cured by that. And and again, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when you have women who listen to that stuff, oh, all you have to do is eat protein, lose weight, and you'll be healthier. Tell that to people who were healthy and still lost their life to colon cancer, lung cancer, had a heart attack, yet they were still healthy. If that was true, then Eddie Guerrero would still be with us today. If that was true. If that was true, the women who had illness, even when they were healthy, would still be here with us today. Again, these pick me women are in are indeed dangerous to other women. It is what it is. Because you cannot cure a common cold with protein. That's stupid. But yeah, that skit that was definitely showing how pick me women are. And before I end this live stream, I want to say the final effects of being a Pickmeisha is being delusional. To the point that you think that eating more protein will cure a common cold. But yeah, I wanted to do this live stream to show y'all the effects of being a Pickmeisha. And I want to thank y'all for coming. Make sure to like, comment, share this live stream. Um, and also subscribe to the channel and make sure you're notified whenever I go live or whenever I drop a video or anything like that. Um, again, a I hope y'all have a great Saturday and I think on hang on. I think on Friday I will do another live on another Pick Misha subject. And next again the last Saturday, May 31st, I will be I will be doing a live stream about how to stop being a Pickmeisha. And again, you know, I will be showing videos to I would still be showing the videos. But yeah, again, I want to thank y'all for coming. Um, I hope the messages within the video were able to get you to understand the effects of being a Pickmeisha even more. Um, but yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming, and I will see y'all on Friday, and then on the 31st of this month will be my final live stream until August. But I was because I'm going on summer vacation, I will still be dropping videos. Um and so yeah, I will not be going live until the end of August, but I will still be dropping videos and everything. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for supporting the channel, and we and again, I make the live streams to show y'all how the pick mishas and the narcissistic men act when they see that a woman is happy and not miserable and everything else. And on I'm thinking at the almost at the end of August, I will be doing a live stream about abuse and femicide. And with that, I will cover not only black women, well, that are victims of femicide. I will be covering other women, women of different races that are victims of that as well. But yeah, I will be covering um black femicide. So if most of the videos are about black femicide, you know, because black femicide is not talked about as much because again, the black community is always hush hush when it comes to that. And then all of a sudden you got the men from the community who are narcissists that goes out there and also abuses women of other races as well. Nearly to the point where again they're they will take their life as well. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming to this live stream. Um, and I will see y'all on Friday of this week. Love, peace, and happiness. And I'll see you all soon. Peace, and I'm out.